as promised. Today, I'm going to show you the best budget E36 angle kit. I believe it was like $300. So before I show you anything on the car, I made a quick list just to kind of quickly explain it. First thing you're going to need is control arms from an E36 M3. I found them on Amazon. I know I'm probably going to catch some crap for that and some of the other websites I use, but it was cheap. It was like $110. I'll put up a picture. Also, you're going to want the offset lollipop bushings from the E36 M3. We'll talk about how to get those to fit here in a minute. On top of that, you're going to want to get the CNC 71 knuckle adapters from Drift HQ, or I don't know, you might be able to order it directly from their site. And then condorspeedshop.com. Go there, get yourself the extended brake lines. I mean, you don't have to get the brake lines from them. You could do garage stick or see what you can find somewhere else, but that was just what I went with. So after doing all the math, it comes out to about $382 and some change before shipping or anything. A lot of these companies, especially like Amazon, if you can get the bushings and the control arm from there, you're not going to pay for shipping anyway. But the big thing that I found out by doing this DIY kit, especially just doing a lot of research on different old forums and YouTube, is you do not, I don't care what anybody says, you do not need E34 outers, and even if you go the other way, you don't need E90 inners. I made that mistake and went through probably 2 sets on my own, just trying to cut them to the right size. It's not needed. With the CNC 71 kit and the E46 M3 arms, the stock E36 inners and outers will work just fine with having more, way more than a 1/4 inch, probably more like 3/4 of an inch inside the tie rod end. Let's bring this setup. So these are the bushings. I accidentally ordered 2 sets. I thought they were sold individually, but as you can kind of see on there, that's just a regular circle for the control arm to slide in on your standard E36 arms. Now, on E46 control arms, the standard E46 control arm that goes into the lollipop is a hex shape. So you have to grind that down all the way around, make it round, and I believe you bring it down to 22 mil. And then the measurement of the lollipop bushing itself, I believe, is 19. Takes quite a bit of grease and quite a bit of force, but you can really push it out of there. Gonna have the wheels turned, I might as well show you what we're working with. You can see nice aluminum E46 arm. Stock E36, don't mind that I don't have a boot, don't look at that. But stock E36 inners and outers hooked right up to the CNC 71 or CNC 70 kit. Can't quite remember the exact name. These just bolt up, torque them down, never have to worry about them. Might bolt check them if you're smart. Now the other issue I ran into was shredding my tires on the fender. I know I said it in a past video, but this is something you'll have to do. These are completely rolled and folded to where I no longer get gashes out of my tires. You can see some of them right there. Right there you can see some of the gashes that were taken right out of the tire. All the way around, even, oh damn, it even went down onto the sidewall a little bit. A little sketchy, but roll your fucking fenders. So, outside of those 2 things that are a pain in the ass, especially when you go to shave down the E46 control arm, it's going to take a while. You don't want to use a really rough flat disc, because otherwise you're creating grooves and it's just going to be harder to get it into the bushing. But trust me, it's worth it. Now, I have been on this kit for roughly 3 months, give or take. I wanted to talk about the pros and cons. I haven't really seen anybody talk about that too much. The biggest pro for me is obvious. The added angle is insane. Even when I go down to Mexico, I can notice a massive difference. Now, for the cons, I have noticed just in parking lots and stuff, or leaving the gas station, if you have to turn sharply, it does kind of push the front end. Granted, the kit, like any other angle kit, adds a ton of camber, so there's really not much grip, and with any angle kit you're going to get a little bit of push. The other con that I noticed the most is when in drift, it's not very smooth. It's a little bit twitchy when you're getting close to max angle, but it's not that big of a deal really. It's not enough to prevent you from drifting or something to cause you to lose control of the car. And one last thing that I'd like to mention, that a lot of people don't really talk about online is you probably will need a spacer. I'm rubbing the frame with the back side of the tire each time I max out. I have some 20 mil spacers. They're about $50, so you add that to the total, you're at like, I don't know, $430 or some change. So again, it's still like half the price, if not less, depending on what angle kit you were looking at, for $1,500 to $1,700. Now I know there's gonna be some of you that are just really hating on this kit, just because it's Amazon parts or maybe even rockauto was where I found some stuff. In reality, I'm just a cheap bitch and I want to be able to have fun without paying $1,700 for an angle kit that potentially is going to have problems down the road. I'd rather have to replace something that's 20 bucks or the max of $100. I know it was a super short video, but I mainly made this to kind of correct the rest of the internet. A lot of these guys are just using eBay adapters, saying that you need E90 inners, this, that, and the third, and it's just not correct. So I really wanted to put out exactly what worked for me and what I was able to prove worked at the track, as you guys have probably seen in my shorts or maybe some other videos on Instagram or something. I hope this was able to help somebody get the parts you need, get on track. If not, I guess I'll see you in the next video. Peace. Really? For 380 bucks, you can't beat it. Even if you bought spacers and went up to 400.